Hi, I'm Natalie Shale, and you're watching The Take. Right now, I'm with Irina Brovina, one of the stars of Riding Hood the movie. Hi, Irina. Thanks for being here today. So I wanted to ask you, how did you get into acting?
Okay, I guess I should tell you a little bit about my family. My grandfather was a theater director, and actually our family were very glad to hear that on his 100-year anniversary, which was last year, in the theater they put exhibition of his work and it shows that he'd been working. So my grandmother, she was an actress, of course. Grandfather, theater director, and the grandmother,
Yes.
actress. Unfortunately, she died in a very young age. My mom, she graduated from the same theater school as me, which is Vakhtangov Academy.
Oh.
They call it right now. So, in my childhood, I grew up behind the stage because my mom first, she did a couple of performances and then she became a coach for actors, and even now her students live in New York and still perform and acting and worship her.
So you come from a very artistic family, it sounds like.
Yeah, but my father's side,
Yes.
they're very smart people. They're more smart than actors.
Oh.
He's a scientist.
Oh, okay. So you have a little bit of artistic and a little bit of the brainy academic.
Yes,
Yes.
yes.
So we should mention that you're from Russia, right?
Yes, I was born in Moscow and raised in Moscow and
Okay.
graduated in my theater school also in Moscow.
Okay. So I've read that Russia is, it has like a rich history of the arts, and what is that like to know that you come from such a cultural history of arts and in the world,
Yeah, actually my school, again, I'm coming back to the school because my school exists over 95 years.
Wow.
And Vakhtangov, he was a student of Stanislavski, so he developed Stanislavski system,
Okay.
which is a little bit different than Stanislavski school, which is more conservative than Vakhtangov school, because they let actors work with different theater directors, which is my case. Probably I've been working with 15 different theater directors.
Okay.
And it's great training because very important for the actor to listen what's the direction they're giving to you and what they want you from your role, from your character, from the scene, and go through your mind and through your body and bring that character to the scene.
Okay.
And because you have a different variety of theater directors, you become more flexible.
Okay.
It's wonderful to be in one hand, but because this profession could be in different countries,
Yes.
in different stage, so you got to be flexible and hold that. It's like musician. Before he starts to play piano, he needs to tune the piano.
So they really teach you all that.
Yes. And for the actor, it's the same instrument, but you holding inside you. And before you start working on a role, you have to tune.
Yes.
And that's what they're training about it.
Wow.
How
Sounds
to
very
tune.
intense. So, and you've also acted in New York, right? So.
Yes, I was last year. I was doing the performance in they call it Enemies or Story of Love, and my character, her name was Masha. She was a mistress of the lead man, and
Yes.
she loved him to death.
Oh.
And actually, I died
Okay.
in the end.
Very crazy. And you were all telling me that you, in addition to acting, you have another passion in life. Did you want to talk about that?
Yes, my passion to travel.
Oh, yes.
And I think my favorite region is Asia. I've been through Thailand, Bali, Singapore, because I like that these people, they kind of in balance. And as soon as you arrive to Asia or Vietnam and even Tokyo, they manage that balance.
Yes.
If New York, it take you sometimes in a different, all kind of different direction and culture.
Yes.
In Asia, you're more stable, and sometimes you need it.
Yes. And you told me you climbed. Where was it again?
Yes, exactly last month ago, I was climbing Kilimanjaro.
Wow.
With my family.
You said it was your 70-year-old father.
Yes.
Right?
My father, he decided at 70 years old he must be on the top of Kilimanjaro.
Oh,
and he called my family, because my family in London, in Moscow, in Boston, we all came to Kenya, then Tanzania.
Yes.
And we did it.
Oh my gosh. Well, it was a family affair. That's pretty cool. So in addition to doing that, you live here part-time, right? In New York. How do you like living in New York as well?
Actually, I'm not living part-time in New York.
It's full-time.
Last 20
years. Oh, wow. Okay.
Last 20 years I live in New York.
So what do you love? Do you love, obviously you love living here, so what do you like about New York?
I think everybody should love New York. It's my favorite, especially when you're coming back from the trips. You more appreciate what you have. Different culture, different type of food, and it's in Europe, people have ideas to do fashion, to do movies, but sometimes for some reason, they bring all ideas to New York and they become real. So it's wonderful to be here because people are creative. You can do arts, you can do visual arts, you can do movies, theater, in all kind of different languages.
Yes. Oh, and we've got to talk about your role in Riding Hood, obviously. Can you tell me a little bit about your character?
Oh, my character, it's
without revealing too much. Sorry. Without revealing too much about your, about everything. So.
My character are very interesting. It could be a lady from next door lady, but she lives 300 years.
Wow.
So I think as an actress, it's very interesting to find that. I think she could be blonde or I don't know. I think she should wear a wig with the long hair because 300 years you have to change some kind of hair. And their eyes should be different. There should be kind of wisdom, knowledge of all secrets of the story.
Well, it sounds so cool, and I can't wait to see you in the role. And thank you so much for being here with me today. You're watching The Take, and this is Natalie Shale.